Hello there and welcome back to the channel. This is Mel's Gaming here with another The Hunter Classic video. Now in today's video I will be taking the bow and the muzzleloader out onto Piccabean Bay in search of some trophies. Now I know it's been a little bit longer than a week since my last upload for Classic, and I was planning on doing one a bit sooner, but I've just had no luck with actually getting anything on Classic until actually tonight, where Classic decided to give me a few nice things. So I've had a really fun time actually taking the muzzleloader onto Piccabean Bay and actually setting the map to about 7 AM, and some of the light that I've caught with the muzzleloader after it's been shot with the dawn light there has been absolutely beautiful, and I do have a couple of those moments, including this one at the start, and I just thought for all of you that are muzzleloader fans like I am, you would probably enjoy seeing those clips. But this is mainly just going to be me taking out the muzzleloader and the bow. Just the bow was mainly a defense weapon for Buffalo, if I'm honest, because it's a bit easier to get a shot off with the bow than the muzzleloader when I need to be quick because a Buffalo is charging me. But anyway, this is basically just going to be a selection of clips, and when things get a little bit more interesting, I will come and talk again. So, something I was looking to do whilst I had the muzzleloader out on Piccabean Bay was to actually try and get a decent sized banteng, as I've never actually shot anything bigger than, well, anything really small. All the ones I've shot until now have been really small, and I was lining up to try and get ready to take that guy when I saw something running through the bush at me, and I thought I'd just spot it and see what that was. And what it actually was surprised me quite a bit, and I'm very glad I didn't shoot that banteng, because if I had shot that banteng, I guarantee I probably never would have seen this and never would have got what I got. You can probably see it just there on the left hand side corner of the screen that there is something moving around there, and yep, there he is, an absolutely massive feral hog. Now, I saw those cutters and I was so excited. I've only ever seen one other feral hog that was of any decent size, and it didn't even cross the 1100 score that I want to mount her. Now, I was really happy to actually get to smoke this guy with the muzzleloader. However, when I took that shot, I forgot that pigs are a bit weird in this game and that their organs are a bit squished up to the front, and my shot was a little bit further back than it probably should have been. But it was enough to down that pig, and I got quite a decent look at that banteng as he ran by, and I was still very pleased that I had decided to opt and take the pig instead. Now, even though it was just an intestine shot, he didn't actually go too far, and I was really excited when I saw him on the ground because he still looked massive, and I was really, really, really hoping that he would make the 1100 that is classed as a mounter and I wanted for the lodge, and yeah, 1129.361. That is by far the biggest feral hog I have shot in this game. Now, I know by most people's standards that's not a monster, but for me, that is. I have not had much luck with the pigs in terms of actually getting decent sized ones, and seeing a pig with teeth this big was really, really exciting. And I had got the camo now for Piccabean Bay, so I was really excited to actually get a trophy shot I wanted to show off. Because the buffalo was not the biggest, I just took a trophy shot because he was over 150, but he was nowhere near my biggest, and it wasn't something I was really going to share too much. It was just something that I wanted for the video, pretty much. But the hog was something I was excited to share with my friends and say I finally got one, and to get it on Piccabean as well, which is not the best map for hunting feral hogs because of the undergrowth. And yeah, I just thought it was funny to get an actually really nice sized feral hog on Piccabean. And finally, this guy has to be probably my favourite thing in this video. As I said earlier on, I was looking for a decent Banteng to take with the muzzleloader, as I don't actually have any Banteng in my trophy lodge as of yet, as I haven't played Piccabean too much. And I just really want to get one for the lodge. I really like them. I think they look really cool. And I love Piccabean, and I really don't know why I don't hunt it as much as I should, really. I'd love to see a map like this in Call of the Wild with Banteng and Rusa and Samba, because I really like those species, and any map that can introduce more deer species is always cool for me. And yeah, like I said, one of the things I really wanted to get was a nice Banteng, as I have a couple of really nice water buffalo actually now. Got the nice feral hog earlier, which was a complete surprise, so I didn't have a Banteng, Rusa or Samba in the lodge. I saw this guy, and I could see that he was at least decent size because of the horn on the top of his head, as well as the horns obviously growing out of the side of his head. He's got that horn on the middle of his head, which on Cape Buffalo and other buffalo is referred to as a boss. So I'm guessing because the Banteng are a bovid in the bovid family, that it's probably also called a boss because of it being so similar. So that would be a guess to me that that's what that's called. So I'm going to just run with that for this video. If I'm wrong, please feel free to tell me. I'm always really interested in anything scientific. So I could see that he actually had the boss on the middle of his head, as well as the horns like coming out of the side. Because some of them, you'll notice they only have like a couple. They have a horn each side growing out of the side of their head, but they don't have that piece of horn in the middle of their head, which is the boss. So I knew he was going to be at least a decent size because he had that. And I thought that shot was good, but evidently it was not. I have been having some really weird, really weird issues with Piccabean today, and I will submit a ticket to report it because I had a Samba, like a really nice looking Samba male in front of me, and I took a shot at him with the muzzleloader, and it should have hit him because it was right in front of me, and it was a square in the chest shot, but it didn't register at all. There was no blood, and I watched the footage back, and it was just the animal ran away, no indication that it had been hit at all. And that was really frustrating because it should have been an okay shot, but it just wasn't. And I had just several instances of, especially the Samba, just not running away and getting stuck. And there is a couple of moments of that in this video, including one at the end, which was kind of nice just for taking screenshots, but in terms of actually hunting them was kind of frustrating because there was ones that I could walk right up to and put an arrow into it and it would not register. So that was frustrating. But I was really determined to get this guy down. So when I saw that it was just a body hit, I just tracked him, and they don't run very far or for very long, so it wasn't a very long track, and I found him just basically a few hundred meters away, put another shot into him, and that was the end of that Banteng. And there we have it, a 153.772 Banteng. So, not a monster by any means, but my first decent size Banteng, and one I'm really pleased to actually add to the lodge because it is one of the fur colours I like, and it will be something to improve upon in the future, but definitely a nice one to actually have down and in the lodge as my first one. Now, as I want to do the outro, I thought I'd include this little clip of this stuck little Samba deer, and yeah, I just thought it was pretty funny. But thank you for watching the video, and I hope you have enjoyed.